Hello team, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, Code with Abhinay. And I know it's been a while. Sorry for the inconvenience. Well, I went out of station due to some unexpected circumstances. But yeah, enough wasting time. Let us just try to continue with the next concept. We are going to discuss about tables today. And so to create a basic table, we are going to take table tag. It's a paid tag, and you can add uh, like border if you want, but usually from HTML file, we very rarely use tables, and tables will be represented much better with the using of frameworks like Bootstrap. But still, you can use the old attributes like border can be used. Uh, then we do have two things. One is thead, and the other one is tbody. Okay, so think of it like table is the parent element, and it do have two children. One is the head, and the other one is the body. Now, inside the head is where we are going to specify the headings, all the headings inside a row. So TR stands for table row. Okay, and inside that we are going to take TH, where we are going to specify the headings of the table. Okay, so the entire first row, if you visualize the table consists of rows and columns, right? So the very first row you are going to specify the headings. So I'll say name, age, role, year, location. Okay. So then inside the body, you're going to open another row, and this is where inside the TDs you're going to pass the description for this headings. So in TDs, I'm going to start passing the data with something called Sam as the name, copy, duplicate them, age as a 25, role to be a developer, and year maybe some 1996, and location also random. So I'm going to duplicate this data few more times or n number of times to how much ever data you want to pass that much. So it's not same with Sam. And then I'll take David, maybe 27. So designer and 1999, New York. And then I'll try to take Emily, age 22, and I said BA or business analyst. Okay. And 1993 and Germany. And then let me take Daisy. One second. Daisy, 24. Developer again, 1993. And let's see, Delhi. Since we're working with countries, I'll continue with India. And then John, 22. Then AI engineer, 2005, America. Okay. So there are few things that I have passed over here inside the table. And if I save this thing, let's go to the application and you can see this is basically how the table is going to be displayed. Now trust me, these borders can be simply assigned with CSS also, so we don't need to specify border as well. But if you do something like that, then the table is going to represent it something like this. Okay? So adding border is equals to 1 is going to make the table look at least like a table. All right. So now that we have passed those things, please remember TR over here is table row, T head, table head, T body, table body, TD, table description, okay, TH, table headings. All right. So this is basically how we are going to use them. Now, there are certain things that you can actually use, like for example, these two attributes can be helpful. One is colspan, which you can use in tables. And basically, what colspan is going to do is it basically occupies multiple columns. Okay. And then we do have something called rowspan, which basically occupies multiple rows. Okay. So this is something that you can actually use. And apart from that, we can even just try to specify the footer, table footer, which can be represented with tfoot. Okay. So let me take another tr over here. I'll say td. Now, most probably, I can say something like total and another td. Five people I have added to the table like this. So I'll simply say five. Okay, specify the data five. So let me save this thing. So this is going to represent it like this as the footer. Footer is the last part of the entire table. All right. Header is the top part. The body is where the entire data is going to be represented in, and the footer is the bottom part. So, in simple terms, it's going to provide a much simpler, nice semantic structure, and it's easier for maintaining, obviously. And most important thing that you actually need to understand here is that the tables are commonly, most commonly at least, used for student records, reports, project comparison, financial data, admin dashboards, etc. Okay. So in this video, we have learned how to create tables in HTML using table tag, tr, thd, and thead, tbody, tfoot, etc. And border attribute, call span and row spans can also be used. Call span, remember, if you want to span multiple columns, you're going to use call span and row span if you want to occupy multiple rows. Okay, you can simply within inside the table only. You can just try to use both row span and call span directly to the PDs. Okay, how much rows you want to span and directly same to any of the columns if you want to span, call span can be used. Okay, up to how much space you want. Like you can say row span to call span to something like that. All right, let me say row span is equals to 2 and let me say call span is equals to 2. Let me save this. Okay, do you see the difference over there? For Daisy, call span I have given 2. Okay, I hope that's understandable. And then for AI engineer, which is here, I've spawned 2 rows. So that's basically how exactly this thing is going to go. Anyways, so we'll catch up in the next one with another new concept. We have left with forms, semantic elements, symbols and entities, and the real-time project that we are going to work alone only with HTML. Okay, so thank you so much for understanding, and I'll try to be more consistent from now on. I would request you to please subscribe and share this video and support me. Thank you so much. We'll catch up in the next one.